Hi, Sheila again from Singapore. I'm actually very excited to share this with you. On my last video, I talked about Jim Rohn. He's actually my hero right now. I've learned so much from him, and that is a joy to really chew and digest and ponder and wonder about the things he says, because it is so real and it is so authentic. So anyway, there are 7 books he introduces, and it is written actually in success.com, and one of our ninjas in Traffic Authority pasted the link, so I just happened to come across it, and I thought it's really brilliant, because I'm excited to read and study from him. Even though he has passed on, he has left a tremendous legacy, and for those who want to become entrepreneurs, it's time to get personal development, not just an education, not just academic education, but also personal development. So the first book, Jim Rohn says, is the Bible. Okay, the best-selling book of all time, tells the story of sin and redemption, the story of mankind, of despair and hope. It is quite literally the story of our lives. The second book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now that's one book actually I want to get my hands on, even though I have an e-book. But I would like to have some books, physical books, because it's easy to refer to them when you flip the pages rather than just trying to read from an e-book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is arguably the best personal development and wealth building book of all times. Okay, it should be on everybody's bookshelf. The third book, How to Read a Book by Mortimer Adler. Now, it's not easy reading books, and sometimes when we don't understand what they are trying to say, it can be very frustrating. So How to Read a Book by Mortimer Adler. This book will teach you to do just what the title promises. How to read a book for all it is worth, so that you can come out the best you can be at the end. The fourth book, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. This book will ground you in the belief that whatever you believe, you become. Whatever you believe, you become. Whatever you believe, you become. Okay? It's based on the idea that we are what we think. If we think that we are poor all the time, then we become poor. Okay? If we think that life, we've got the short end of the stick, then we think it all the time. Okay? So we think it, but then we become that. Okay, number 5, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Written in parables. It's like a classic. Okay, it's on thrift, financial planning, and personal wealth. And he says everyone needs to read it. The 6th book, The Lessons of History by William James Durant. This book gives insights as good as any book on the changes that have taken place over time in economics, politics, military, customs, and more. It's very, very insightful. And the last book, 7th book, The Story of Philosophy by William James Durant. In this book, Durant summarizes the lives and influence of philosophy's greatest thinkers. Okay, and this is actually very important for us. What kind of philosophy do we have of life? How do we see things? So let me just quickly go through the list again. The first book, the Bible. The second book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Third, How to Read a Book by Mortimer Adler. Fourth, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Fifth, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Sixth, The Lessons of History by William James Durant. 7, The Story of Philosophy by William James Durant. Okay, so if you want to actually get more information on the titles of these books, please leave a comment below. I'll be very glad to get in touch with you and give you the titles and the names once again. And go to Amazon.com and buy it for yourself. Now is the time to develop yourself, and now is the time to make a difference in your own life so that you can touch, so that you can become attractive on the inside, and that others will see that in you. So with that, I just want to sign off and see you in the next video. Bye for now.